Are my expenses going down the road I want to go down? Are my expenses being used to pay for the things that are going to get me where I want to go? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. I'm Hellsing Ghrey at your service. Today, we're going to talk to you about financial awareness, as usual. However, now we're going to look at some traits that make people, that assist them in becoming, well, millionaires, billionaires. So something I think is very important is awareness of your money. Now, what I mean by this is, where does your money come from? Where does your money go? How much money actually comes in every month? And how much money actually leaves every month? And what's the difference? Back when I was younger, I got a lot of money and I spent a lot more. And that's not a good thing. And sometimes when a lot of money would come in, for some reason I'd be afraid of actually keeping track of where it all goes. Because when you spend money really quickly, you're like, you know that sitting down and logging where all of your money went is extremely tedious, right? However, it's been my experience, and with that of other people who have accomplished great things, sometimes you got to do what's tedious in order to really make it work. So, my question for you is, how much money did you spend? Do you keep track of every single cent that goes out? And here's why you should. You want to do that because you want to know, one, what exactly your numbers are. You want to know what your quantifiables are. And two, along with the Miss Terica Lynn Smith method, where she said, find out what your essential expenses are and your non-essential expenses. When you know what those are, you then have the power and awareness to start crossing things out and changing your financial behaviors. Once you know what your financial behaviors are, you then have the power to edit them, to change them. But it's extremely challenging to change what you don't see, what you don't know. Trust me, it's very challenging. So, when you become aware of where your money is going, all of it, you start to make better spending decisions. You start to see what your spending habits are. So, do you keep track of your money? Do you use an app if you do, or do you use like a regular pencil and paper? What I use is an app called Fortune City. I've used this app for about 2 years. Fortune City is really cool because it gamified tracking your expenses. It's made by a company called For Desire. For Desire is really good at taking banal, tedious life things that are important and gamifying them and making them fun, such as tracking your daily expenses and income, drinking water, or a to-do list. For Desire is an amazing company that really makes that work. So I'll show you the app Fortune City and how I use it, and you can see what you like for yourself. And after you start to do this, if you're not doing it already, when you start tracking your income, I want you to look at your income and your expenses and ask yourself, are my expenses going down the road I want to go down? Are my expenses being used to pay for the things that are going to get me where I want to go? Is my spending taking me down the proper road to accomplish my financial goals? This is extremely important because we don't have infinite time. Our time is going and going and going. And by the time it's gone, you're going to be somewhere and you're going to say, am I where I want to be? So take control now and make sure you go where you want to go. You can access Fortune City or download it from your Google Play Store. And now when you go into Fortune City, you'll see I've built quite a little city here. And as it keeps track of all my different transactions in different categories, whatever financial activity you have, it'll create a building in that genre up to the first 5 buildings. Now, you make buildings by buying something or making a purchase. Now, I'll put in 50 bucks for Dogga and bam. Now, when I do that, it makes me a little electronic building, which coincides with what I purchased. It helps you keep track of all of your expenses and income in a really, really fun way. I'll show you some of mine. So here, we look at my income and expenses for February. Granted, February just started, okay? So basically, this is really awesome because it helps you know where your money's going. So if you have any, you'll no longer get a bunch of money and then 2 days later, you won't be like, oh man, where'd my money go, bruv? Because it's right here.